Alright, here we are. Hopefully everything is working. Let me know if it's not. I guess I'll do it in Discord. Let's see. Should be correct. Everything should be in order. Let me just reorganize some of this. And that should be good. Alright. That is what I want to hear. Alright, so, here, I actually don't need to pull up the reference on my Discord, but I can. It's closer, actually. We'll go ahead and put that to the side. And just sort of rearrange things a bit here. Alright. So, I think I was building this hallway out. So, I think the time has come for me to hollow this building out. Yes. We will make hollow 8, I believe, is what we want. Hopefully that's correct, but it doesn't look like it is. But that's okay, we can fix. We have the technology. Does that actually align to anything? That is really upsetting. Let's... I want this to be like to the grid, so I'm gonna do it manually. We'll just slice some of this. Yeah, that looks about the correct size. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we do it for this side too. We're just gonna do it for all of them. Is that correct? No, it was right the first time. And then we do these sides, and this is, oh, that's the wrong tool. So yeah, map making, not too complicated or anything. It's kind of just a bunch of this. There we go. Generally it will be less of a pain to do than this. Let's go ahead and... I think this one we can actually just squish down, because it won't distort at this height. And then once more up here. And hopefully I have aligned everything correctly. I'm thinking maybe we could just leave this sticking out of the ground. We'll see. I don't really see any, like, solutions, so... I think the first order of business here is going to be to cut a hole in this. So we'll take the clipping tool. Go ahead, cut there. Go ahead and cut here. Now we can just move it upward, I believe. That's too high. Actually, we can adjust it later. Right now, the important thing is that we kind of just get it out of the way. Okay. And I gotta say, doing it this way, like, without rotating, just using the clipping tool, so much easier. Always work smarter, never work harder. We're also going to have to cut a hole out of this displacement, but it's okay for now. Now we're going to fit this to the building. So we'll just cut along this line and we need to cut along the bottom here, I think. So like that. And I think we can just delete the sort of excess. Cool. I'll just go ahead and turn this top bit to no draw. And now we just have to resolve some of these areas that are clipping. I kind of want these to get out of the way. So like, I'll just cut these off here. We can use Shift X that we learned a while ago to get rid of them. And same with the, oh, and now there's a hole. Alright, instead what we will do is we will just cut these here, but we'll leave both of them because they're both white. And then just cut the tops off. Oh, one more. There we go. You always want things to be like flush into the edge when it comes to brushes. If it gets really finicky, if it's like really precise, you can kind of leave it alone. But for very big stuff, or even kind of small stuff like this, you want it 99% of the time to be like touching. And I believe that's like, I believe that has to do with like the way the game handles like compiling stuff, maybe, but I could be wrong about that. All right, now we need to form fit a bottom piece here. So I'll go ahead and yeah, go ahead and undo that. And that'll be fine for now. We just need to sort of massage these into place. I believe this goes here. This goes here. Interesting fact that you might want to know. The hammer does not like convex or concave brushes. So try to avoid making those. I'm not sure how I'm expected to deal with this. Maybe I could like clip this here. It's a little messy, but I mean, it works. I probably could have just extended this out. I am actually retarded. There was no reason for me to do that. Actually, so I'll go ahead and if you didn't know, you probably did, I probably told you, but you can, this yellow one controls the center one, so you can like move the face out and not just the vertices. Alright, that should be good. Now we can just pull this one down and everything should be in place. And we'll just do the same trick here where I clip this right there. A little messy, but players won't care and it's not worth the effort of like trying to fix a tiny little lip like that, so we'll just leave it. Just be sure to, you know, texture it. That's the nice thing about no draw, it's extremely visible, so Ah, yes. The dog is now freaking out. Now we just need to cut a hole. And this is the part that worries me, because it might very well be an ugly hole. And it does look like it has to be pretty much on there, so... actually, yeah, we should take the whole thing. Not... Yeah, we should just take the whole thing. I hate to ruin the, like, perfectness of it, but... not really much of a choice. Go ahead and make sure all of that is correct, and what have I done? Maybe if I just select, like, the top ones? I don't think that will work, but I guess we can fix it later. Very bad. Very, very bad. Am I not allowed to cut a hole in this at all? I can do it that direction. What if I select 2 of them? Can I do it? No. So the issue is that I'm selecting multiple, looks like. Okay, am I not allowed to do it diagonally either? So when I cut it across, it's okay. I guess we can sort of like make a... well... I don't want to ruin this. Here, I have an idea. Maybe I can, like, just select all of this. And that should be okay. And we'll rotate it. And now, selecting only this one. And it's not even straight. Bruh. Wait. Wait, is it? No, it is. It's straight. It just looks like it's not. We're going to sort of fudge this a little bit. Let's draw a line there. What the fuck? Okay, well. Genuinely not sure how to deal with this issue. Maybe there's an answer in this displacement tab. Wait, what? What even is that? Where did this come from? Maybe it's not working because the, like, cut line passes through the bottom here. if I like do it like this, is that okay? Is it okay if I don't cut through the bottom at all? Does it just have to be a straight line? What are the rules here? I'm not sure where this yellow bit is coming from. But I do think this is how we fix it, is we just do something like that. Alright, so selecting this. I'm not sure why it's sort of unexisting there. That's uncool, but whatever. We're gonna want this pretty on there, I think. So let's cut it there. Alright. A bit ugly. Okay, not sure what was causing those, but whatever. I don't like how this is disappearing on me and shit. That's weird and I hate it. But oh, that's right, it passes through the bottom too. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this again. Sorry that this is taking so long, but I've never really made displacements this complicated before. I kind of just want it like form fit on there. Are you certain I can't just like Yeah, I'm not even sure what to do right now. I guess I'll just sort of cut along this line, maybe there, and see, but that like creates lines there too. So, well, we can try Googling it, maybe. I'll type in hammer editor, cut holes in displacement. Oh, there's a whole article on it. I think I might just have to remake this, which is a little unfortunate, but I can deal with it. So let's just take this, go ahead and destroy that. And I'm not sure why it's sort of like clipping into it there. What if I turn off the no draw? Oh, right. These are for the different sides. Maybe hide all the node draw stuff, maybe? No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Okay. Now, I believe if we do, like... This is really, like, experimental for me. Let's just make sure we're only clicking on no draw stuff. This is gonna be a pain if I have to keep, like, I don't know. And you're certain I can't just, like, do that? I believe that's gonna destroy everything, but... Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen. Go ahead and undo that, please. Please. I didn't undo the cut lines there, did I? Okay. I'll destroy these one at a time. Let's try that. Okay. So that is one group. Actually, maybe we could ungroup them and then regroup them, just to be certain. Now, unselecting them, yes. And now if we hide them, okay, that's not what I expected. Oh, it's also selecting the internal ones. It's almost like I said to ungroup them. Hammer, you're being a real pain right now. Guess I could just hide them for now. And what we'll do instead is we'll just take these and cut along these lines. And now that we have sort of a wedge, I'll just turn these into the displacements. Do that. We're deleting this, like, area, so... Whatever. And then finally, it just has to line up with this bit here. That should be okay. We'll just delete that, right? And we'll adjust the rest of it after. And so we'll take specifically all of this, and that is a monstrous amount of cuts. Like, dude, you do not need this many cuts. But whatever. Go ahead and select everything on the side too. And go ahead and say once everything's selected, we'll just turn it into a displacement. So let's save for good luck. Create, power of 3. Okay, looks like not everything survived. What if I just, what if we only create the top ones into a displacement? Create, power of 3. I don't really think it worked, which is upsetting. Did I not select this one? Create. Create. What is this doing here? I did not ask for this. What is this doing here? I will try to make this work. I might like viz group these or something. New group, which we will call side disp. And yes. Apply that. So now, if we tech this on and off, it'll go away. So I don't have to like select them every time I want to hide them. I believe I can also select them if I like double click maybe? No? Okay, well. Still useful though. What I don't understand is why only some of these became displacements, sort of. Create. Power of 3. What the shit? So all these ones that like don't have lines on them didn't become displacements. And they are currently ruining everything. Create. Power of 3. Why? Why would you do this? And then paste. But like, where it was. Create. Why? Why? Can I move this to world, maybe? I'm gonna save this as like a 4A. Then we'll just try reopening hammer. And in the meantime, I will look up can't create displacements with some brushes. Hammer. No, I know why stuff won't sew properly. I'm wondering why it won't create in the first place. So like if I select this, nothing. If I select that, oh, it'll turn on, it'll do it if it's the side, but not if it's the top. What kind of sense does that make? This would be acceptable if like the holes made sense. We could also try make this 16. I think this was the size of it. Now what we can do, what? Oh, I can't even do that with like this. Oh, it probably has to have 4 sides, huh? Were they not creating because they were triangles? That's why. It has to have 4 vertices. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry. What happened to that one? What's... What? What? Why? Why, though? Like, I can just duplicate them, I guess. I don't even need both of them. I just, like, take this one and take these, duplicate it over, rotate. You have not defeated me. 1, 2, 3, right? I think. So if I... Yeah, that should work. I was thinking before I turn these into displacement, maybe I could just do a bunch of like square grid lines, maybe. Okay, well, I kind of need you to keep these grouped. So for example, this one will not become a displacement because it's a triangle. How many of these are triangles, by the way? 1, 2. So a lot of them, actually. A lot of them can't become displacements. That's kind of infuriating, honestly. Okay, I need to think of something that will, like, work. Maybe if I do this first. 1, 2. No, it does have to be both of them. I'm stupid. Two, 3, 4, 5. So that one has 5 cuts, actually. We could mirror them along an axis here. So like I only have to do that much. So that's square, 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 not square. Everything else should be though. So just along that axis, I guess. So yeah, I won't cut them along this because that'll like make it bad. Okay, that should be okay. Hopefully. Hopefully. Create. This one isn't, but that's okay because we're deleting it. So, looks like it worked to me. I mean, did I not group these? What a pain. But at least it's over, hopefully. Go ahead and spam group on that. And that have solids. There we go. Everything should be in order. I might make a few more cuts just to kind of... Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one like here. Just to keep the triangle spacing about the same everywhere. And then this side, I'll just mirror it later. I mean, I can just delete it now. There's nothing stopping me. And so we'll just mirror those along the axis when the time comes. And I can't help but notice that the viz groups I made are now not working. What the fuck? Can I, like, destroy these and maybe, no, you can, okay. What? No, all of them. You dumbass. All of them. And that one. Okay. Now selecting all these faces and everything on the side as well. Create. Subdivide? Okay. It's a little ugly, but it works. And these are not sewn. Okay, I'm gonna unsubdivide these really quickly, and then just select everything. And, I mean, I guess that is everything, so go ahead and subdivide that. I can do it again. In quotes, maybe. But hopefully everything is correct. And we'll just go to this and apply that so I can, like, see. And hopefully everything is in place. The texture warping is a little terrible. And I'm not actually sure how to... well, I do know how to fix it. It's called time and effort. Let's go ahead and invert that. Hello? Okay, just whatever. Whatever. Yes, except no. It's kind of ugly. Actually, I think I need to invert all of this. There we go. But we can move that out of the way later. Actually, I might just do it now, because it's ugly. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen. But we can just fix that really quickly. I detect unaligned geometry, which is weird because this is like one brush. But whatever. We should test this in game to make sure it doesn't like throw a hissy fit of any kind. We can make a big ass hole in that later. That looks really weird. We will also have to fix that right now. But, yeah, but like up. My power keeps flickering ever so slightly, and it's worrying me. Okay, that's... we will also need an exterior for this building. Let's just get the red sort of dev texture. Red dev? Yeah. Just kind of spray it everywhere. I saw yellow. Okay, a little ugly, but it'll do. We don't have to do that top one. Alright, I hope this looks okay. Let's sort of pray that this works. My eyes kind of sting. Just a little. Not sure why. And this is not the only hole we have to cut. There are at least 2 more, at least. But I might actually take care of those immediately, because they seem like a pain in the ass to deal with. But after that, everything should be pretty straightforward, honestly. Like, I've just been running into problems because this is a very ambitious sort of design. But if you just go with straight angles, or at least maybe 45-degree ones, you really won't have that many issues. And remember, half of it's gone because I deleted it. So other than the textures being kind of horrible, I guess this is an issue too. I don't know what hit surface has no samples means, other than something bad. Alright. So far, so good. Everything is perfect in here. Literally perfect. Tiny seam, basically unnoticeable. I'm not really gonna be upset with that. And if I want to extend this or change the proportions, that's a pretty simple fix, honestly. So just imagine stairs here, maybe some props, like I could put some pipes in the side there. And then for the outside, I mean, that's obviously an issue, but we can just push that in. We will have to make this not disgusting at some point. TF2 has no audio. I thought I set desktop audio to the correct... Here, let me check the thing. Is it not output 1, 2? When you say no audio, you actually mean... Oh, it's just really low. Here. It's like really quiet. Maybe not that loud. Acceptable. Alright, and then later we'll just sort of duplicate this over. Because this is a mirrored map, and we'll just mirror it along this axis, so... Yeah. But everything is looking good. I mean, it's a bit weird. I don't know why the texture would be stretched that poorly. I mean, you can tell where the seams are. There's pretty obviously one right there. But I don't know, just in general, it's not like horrible. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. And I'm just gonna leave TF2 open. There's kind of no reason to close out of it. I want to get the big boring shit out of the way first. So the only two holes left to cut are the ones on the side, and these should be a lot more straightforward, hopefully. Like, I believe all we will have to do... Here, I'll even save a new version. There's, like, no reason not to do this. Because we already know this works. So let's just create a line here. And a line here. And that should be perfect. Anyway, let's give it a... Okay, I seem to have made an error. Which is weird, right? Like... Well, we can just sort of push everything in, I guess. I'm not sure why this line would be wrong, though. Oh my god. Hold on. What's up? I have to BRB like 1 minute. Alright, I am back, and the lights are continuing to flicker, which is uncool. Alright. So, what the fuck? What did I just do? Hopefully nothing. Anyway, do I want to do that? I don't think I do want to do that. But I might have to. I mean, what's wrong with just doing it across? Actually, I might have to do it this way, which is uncool. Yeah, look at that. It's creating holes everywhere. Well, I guess, I mean, I don't want to, but I guess we can just sort of massage these in place later. And we'll just do this one next. And then I'll call it good. Because, boy, do I not want to keep doing this shit. Wow, that's thin. In fact, it's so thin, I might just leave the top piece and slice off the bottom. Is this the part that I carved out? It's gonna be a bit more than that. Yeah, okay. At least this one, like, matches the top and bottom. The one here doesn't for no reason at all. Let's maybe just scooped this. Actually, let's get the groups and do it. There we go. I can't. I am not allowed. Kinda gay. I don't want to, like, select all of these every single time. That's retarded. I guess I'll just make a big sort of... Oh my god, are you serious? My mouse slipped and now I have to click all this shit again? Why can't I just select it with groups again? Is there a reason? Okay, let's try. Don't do that. Can I smooth these? Because I kind of made an error. Actually, let's just undo. That's what it's for, right? I really don't like having to do this, but literally can't think of any better way to do it. So... Is everything ruined again? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Okay, I kind of understand. It's like you press... Man, that is disgusting. I could also just be a faggot and like cover it with a bunch of props and shit, but I kind of don't want to do that either. Maybe if I just hit like an absolute Y. There we go. Looks kind of naturalistic, yeah. Let's just sort of fix all this now so I don't gotta do it later. Because it will be a pain in the membrane. This is also a time where it's acceptable to clip displacements into walls because they're sort of their own unique class of object. And as I already said, they don't seal your map, so don't try. And I notice there's a hole here, so... Looking pretty good. Pretty good. I might have like a push brush or something here, maybe. But for now, I actually do want to see the outside of this. Have I... What is this? What is this? Where did this come from? I don't want it. No, 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 no. Is there some hole somewhere? I mean, other than that one. Doesn't really look like it. I'm also gonna push this into place really quickly. Make sure nothing is unselected that should be selected. Can you actually... Is there actually a hole here? Kind of. Strong, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna have to push this one. But like, over there. And then, maybe I can... Yes. Little sort of jury-rigged, but acceptable for now. We will definitely have to go through and retexture all of this later so that it's not horrifying. Oh, I detect displacement where it should not be. This is gonna be annoying. Or will it? Okay, kind of ugly, but works. There. No one must know. Alright, let's try it out. Go in game, type in map, arena, Ariane, reservoir, and we just scroll up to 4B. And we'll give it a chance again. Buddhist. Alright. At least you can see out of it like a human being might.
Let's waste them.
I might stick this out, might pull this in, go for like a diagonal sort of thing. This should be perfect. Like, looks like it. I might adjust the outwardness of it a bit, but yeah, that looks really nice. I do think the exterior walls are too thin, though. I will have to look at like some other maps to see kind of how they do that. But everything's looking decent. So imagine walking. So maybe not here. Maybe that's not spawn. Maybe spawn's over here or possibly over here. But imagine sort of climbing up this. There's a health kit way out on the ledge here, and you can get air blasted off or something. I might also like cut off a bit of that room because this is a bit big. I feel like it's a bit wide. I kind of wanted something a little thinner. So we'll see. Now, like this looks about the correct width for, not the walls, but like the space between walls, if that makes sense. So up here will be another staircase. This might be a bit wide for a staircase. But we can always move the internal bit upward or inward and then sort of fix it later. Or like without moving the position of anything. But looking decent so far. Now, if you actually made a map for real, you probably should make sure it, like, plays better than, like, plays good before sort of going this deep in with, like, making the displacements look great. But for now, it's fine. So after this, we're going to sort of make the mountain drop much farther down, and we're going to have a path around the side that sort of spirals up like a spire. And we might have to start duplicating stuff for that. But I think next order of business is to quickly form fit this. So I'll sort of like shrink wrap this around the side. And that's like, well, then we can move on to something else for the time being. I don't want to select each of them every single time. Game or hammer. Whatever. Oh, these are still sewn, right? Like, yeah, okay. I only want to click one time, so let's make this like 13. And... That actually does clip into it correctly. So, for now, what we can do is just kind of extrude this out. And we'll just cut things off as needed. Really make this a really tiny radius. Here, I want to see what auto sew does. Not what I thought it does, is the answer. Here, let's get sculpt for this. Make this, like that, maybe? And, is that just pushing it in or out? I mean, that'll be helpful one day, but not right now. Fix that in a second. This is going to bother me because I don't want to just like shove it all over there, you know? It's a little... Here, I have an idea for this, actually. I was thinking about turning this area into like a sort of, how you say, visual. You know how, like, sometimes there's areas you can't get to just for the sake of looking nice? That's what I was planning on adding there anyway, so now is as good a time as any to do that. And I won't worry too much about, like, proportions. Why is there... Oh my god, I made a cylinder. Dude. We'll put like a window there later. Maybe we can even do it now. No rules about that. And we'll do the bottom here too. Go ahead and make one of those. Very ugly. Very ugly, but it works for now. So we'll just do some quick cleanup. No. Z-axis. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. And if I recall correctly, there's a bit... Oh. Hole detected. Okay, everything should be good now. Visually speaking. And we can go ahead and turn this into a window. Finally something like normal. And easy to pull off. Literally just do that. And we don't even have to like ruin the universe to do this. I don't know how tall windows are, but it doesn't even matter. Or we should probably do glass instead of window. Trouble is, which one of these is like a TF2 glass texture? Could also try window. Literally that sort of thing. It looks terrible because there's no like frame or anything. But just imagine maybe like a door there and some prompts in here, and we can do all that shit later. But for now, it's acceptable. I kind of want to see this in game really quickly. Just quickly sew all that up to make sure there's no holes. And I didn't actually save a new version, which is maybe a mistake, but this is pretty minor stuff, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Poot. Okay. Looking pretty good. Later we'll just add a bunch of like details and shit, so it's not just like an ugly box sticking out of displacement. We can sort of break up the ugly textures with props like rocks and stuff, grass, like tufts of grass and plants and lighting and, you know, wood and water and all that. So it's not going to stay disgusting forever. This is literally just to sort of block out the geometry. I think the reason there's actually a line there is because of my anti-aliasing settings. I think I turned down a bunch of my video settings. Let's turn that up. And hit OK. Wait a bit. And we'll check the lines around that. You can also see it on the bottom of the gun. But yeah, look where the red flooring and the wall meets. It's ugly. Maybe that'll fix it. Not really. There's no like holes or anything, right? No. Alright. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I actually kind of like this now. I'm not going to lie. Oh, and the nice thing about this is even though the displacement is still technically sticking through it, you'll never view it from an angle where you can see it like that. So I don't even have to go through the extra effort of putting this in place because you'll like literally just never notice. Right, quick run through of this again. I like that it's not disgusting anymore. It's approachable. All right. Let's just keeping. Yeah. And now I shall fall infinitely. Alright, next order of business. There are a few things we could do. But I think what I am gonna end up doing is make the path around. So in my original sort of design, this is, you know, this area down here, which looks a bit big to me. It was envisioned smaller. And there's steps up there, which we made. But the part we didn't make is that there's a tiny little, like, bit of outcropping here. And that sort of wraps around and comes around the point. And I think I ended up putting some cover there. Now, though, is the time where we decide... Because I said, do I want to sink this in so you can't, like, rocket jump up? Or what? So... But otherwise, it's just going to wrap around from here to there and come out on the top, like a spire. And... I don't know. Not sure what I want. We can always add some, like, sort of bullshit excuse as to why you can't rocket jump up there? Like maybe there's some like pillars or whatever. Some like maybe imagine wood there and there and there and there, and it's like a scaffolding for something on the side here. And we could add like an extra area here. I kind of like that. I'll try to sketch it out in no draw so you know what I'm talking about. Where is this? Okay. Let's probably could have figured that out myself, honestly, but whatever. So imagine that might not stick out far enough, and I might push it in a bit. And it's too big vertically. We might be able to sort of sink it in a bit and then maybe pull it in so that it does that. And we'll have to cut it right there. But just imagine for now, this is like an area you can walk. And we can even do that. And I'm not sure what we'll do with this area back here. Right now it's kind of just... maybe we could expand out back in this space, maybe? Not sure. But I don't want it to just be blank. So imagine sort of a big platform. Although we could maybe naturalize it a bit, and then just some like pillars that sort of come into the rock here. We could also... Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do. We should maybe test in-game whether you even can rocket jump up there. I mean... Results inconclusive. You kinda can, but it takes a lot of health. So maybe it's fine without? Maybe we can just put the platform so you have to use more than like one rocket. If it takes 2 rockets, then you're at half health. So kind of a decent trade-off, right? I mean, half health to get there faster than anyone. Although this could become very overpowered. That's what I worry about, is that becoming like too viable of a strategy. Also, you do sort of... So... Oh, maybe the back area can be like where you come up from on the spire? Because like, from this perspective, it'll wrap around and it'll sort of outlet here. So I think up here is where we'll kind of come out on. Yeah, that seems pretty good. As for this, not sure what I want to do. I could also try rotating it, so it's more like that. Did I rotate it all the way? Yeah, okay. Now it's at a proper 45. But now it doesn't really block off the top area. kind of just ugly. Maybe we could have it just stick out a tiny bit. So there's like a little bit of corner, but it's not really like a big deal. Big sort of change. I don't know. I don't feel like anything I come up with here is too... We could sort of do like another rotation. I'll think about it. Maybe. But I don't want to decide right now. Anyway, I think the more pressing concern is making a path that rotates up there. So we're gonna have to duplicate this and rotate it around so that I know where the like goal is. And I don't like how it sort of pokes up like that, but whatever. So just a path from... Wait a second. I said come up here, right? I guess I had it backwards in my head, because I don't want to go all the way around the map. I think we'll put maybe a separate structure here. We could put like a water tower or something. For really big props that are like essential to the shape of the map, I like to put those down. So we'll go prop static. We'll undo the engineer we placed. Go ahead and put that down. And look up anything with the word water in it, actually. Water machinery? So, might be one of these. This one's kind of stout, which is good. Oh, that is very big. That is massive. That might work for like a prop out here, but that's a bit big for my purposes. I want something a bit smaller. That might still be a bit big. This looks like it's meant to be in the skybox with how low res that texture is. Oh, this one's like a bit smaller. That could work, maybe. We'll have to make the skybox taller, which is not an issue, by the way. Let's just go ahead and select 4 walls of our level. Hit this, and just do that. And is it too big? Is there like a red version of this? No. I think this is basically all we have in terms of options. How does stuff even get into the water tower? Which is better? That or that. I think I like this one more. It's a little bit more contrasty. That looks terrible. Let's see if I can't subdivide it right now. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm joking. You don't have to subdivide if you don't want to. Well, looks like hammer is die. You didn't even do that good of a job. Fuck you. Let's just paint the geometry out then. Let's go ahead and scoop it. And just push it down. Just push it down. Out of my screen. Get off of my screen now. Push it down. Just go away. Let's just massage that in place. And what the fuck? Oh, it is sewn. That's the issue. They don't align. Can I? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen. I think this is actually smoothing as intended. It's like... Yeah. Well, it's fine for now, I guess. I mean, it's kind of gross, but whatever. Why does that look better? It shouldn't look better. Whatever. So yeah, that's gonna be a big issue. We're gonna have to cut to make sure all the lines are sort of in agreement with each other. Question is, how do I tell where the lines are? I think it's just where these dots are. So if I, I hope I'm doing this. Like, which one of these is the right one? And those don't align even? What? What the hell, man? Oh, okay, it's telling me. Alright. Dude. My friend. You can't do this to me. I don't like making this many cuts in my displacement. And what is that? What the fuck is that? Please don't have a bunch of holes everywhere. Other than the ones I placed there on purpose. It's lumpy. And it's bumpy. But I think it will sew. So it's literally saying, no, fuck you, this is too many faces. Interesting flex there. It's really only along this line here, so as long as everything lines up along this axis, then I don't care. That is going to be an issue later. Okay, wheel. Okay, that wall seems to not have made it. But, we can fix it later. The important thing is that it works. Whatever. Alright, next order of business. I think we have to expand these walls because they're too thin. Actually, let's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I didn't do the bottom. So, actually, I think we can just do this. Alright, plenty of space. Let's, no, as in select everything. Just move that over here. And now we just need to move the bottom down. 1, 2, 2. Depends on how tall I want this to be. So now we're much higher up, and my worry here is that these will not. I do want this to be continuous, so let's try to select everything. Maybe group those, although I don't think that's going to do much. And just literally do that. And we'll just select everything on the bottom here. Actually, I don't even feel like doing it. Work smarter, not harder. And that is dictating that I do this. As long as the origins are selected, it should be okay. And then, no, why not? Give me one good reason. Did I... What? I don't actually understand what the issue is. Oh, is it because I stretched them? Is that why? And god damn it. Well, why are the origins down there now? That doesn't make sense. Let's just duplicate these and do it again. So, okay, it worked that time. Okay. Now we just need to, like, inflate them outward. And I detect hole. No holes allowed. I think it's just a glitch, and that there's not actually a hole there. I might just, like, manually inflate them later. But I kind of want to see if I can, like, stretch the bottoms out. Sort of. Sort of. Oh, I can't even sew those. Damn. That sucks. Are you sure I can't... Wait, is it because I did it to both of them? What if I just, like, did that? Okay, well, it literally will not let me. Bit unfortunate, but, okay. And I kind of want to break these up a bit, just so that they're not so distorted. And later we can go back and sort of massage everything around. But for now, next order of business is the spire. I might... Oh my god. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create this, and I'm going to go to cylinder, and I'm just going to make a bigger one. Kind of like that, except made out of no draw. And then move that up a bit. That might be a bit wide around. What? Why is this, like, not around the center anymore? That's not okay. This is not in the center. What the fuck? My friend. Yeah, okay. Big uncool. This is... I think when I moved everything up, it didn't, like, translate correctly. So I'm going to have to hide this really quickly and hide all the borders of the world, possibly, and go ahead and select everything. And that should actually be in the center, so I guess I just didn't snap it to the right location. Although it doesn't quite look aligned here either. It's still kind of off. Hide, 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 hide. Select all this, except that bottom piece. And I need you okay. We good? No issues. Yeah, okay. Everything's actually in the center how I want it. Now how do I want to do this? I might sort of do it at an angle instead, 'cause I don't want to, like, spend all my life pushing everything up. So if I cut this like this, this will not turn into displacement because it is a triangle, correct? Yeah, that's what I thought. So maybe I'll just do like in that one tutorial and make just a bunch of squares around. Let's save this as 4D really quickly. And going back to block. I kind of want these to be a bit thicker at the bottom. They're going to turn into displacements anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is this wrong? That would make sense. I gotta pull this in, or is it? Let's just estimate. Again, this is mostly approximation. Let's make sure that what I'm doing here is gonna work. Will these sew? Will it sew? Yeah, not in that direction though. Let's go to face normal, and it not even working. Let's go to X, no, Z, and what? That, it doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't it not be working? Yes. Oh, I'm smoothing. Me big retard. Okay, let's just break those and make sure they set. Okay, they do. I am 100% happy. And that makes me less happy. I am not happy. I think we might have to increase the rate at which it moves up the mountain here. Yeah, except they aren't though. So if you could not, that'd be very cool. If I just do that, arrest me. I am an insane man. One. That's not the direction I was going. Thank you. What? How is it invalid? You are invalid. You are an invalid. I think I can only make these displacements at the end, but at least they so. Actually, no point in undoing all that much. Just destroy them. Thank you. Very cool. Oh, and there's my answer. That is why it is invalid. You can't raise an angle to be, like, straighter than another one. So if I were to raise this up, I think it's already invalid, actually. Right? I think what... Oh, no, I can't cut these into triangles. I was going to cut it along this, but then it'll have 3 edges, which is... it will make it upset if I do that. Also, is this like the angle I want to take? Or do I want it to wrap all the way around? 1, 2. And we'll move this one up another one, but not in that direction. And up 1. And turn those into displacement. Give them wrong. Take this texture and apply it there, but like make it look good. And I want to make sure that this will work in game because it said those solids were invalid, so I want to make sure they don't get deleted. Map, arena, reservoir, Ford. Yes. Okay. They are appearing in game. It's kind of at a weird angle, actually. Not sure what's up with that. But, it works. I'll sort of have to buff those out and around. And maybe put one there, too.
Play ball.
I think this is just gonna fade into the side of this part. So instead of going from there to there, it'll go from there to, like, there. But it works for some reason. Go ahead and destroy those. This looks straight to me, though. Which implies that they did something to make it not broken. Push that in. But, like, really push it in so it's really in there. Yes, thank you for that demonstration. We'd really have to round off that corner there. Maybe make that slope more. Can lay this flat though. I'm not sure I want it to stick out that much. What have you done? Oh, it's gone up. Okay. Actually, I think what is most called for here is I'll cut it there and sort of shear that off. There's no reason to be, like, pretty with any of this, by the way. We can go ahead and... I hope this works the way I want it to. Normally I would cut a line there, but game will throw a massive fit if I try that, so... So imagine that this is instead of... Here, we can use a different texture. I'm kind of sick of looking at the same one. Well, what is the name of this? Blend to wall coal mines? Let's say rock. Eh. Eh. When is the map gonna be mirrored? I mean... Actually, I don't like that. I guess we don't have to use the blend, even though that's like the same texture. Depends. If I work on it a lot, then I don't know, it won't take so long. Okay, yes. Wonderful demonstration of how to fail. Thank you. Very cool. Yes. It's a little, natural looking. That's the word I will use to be polite. It is natural looking. Maybe stick that out a bit more. We probably don't need to turn these into displacements right away, actually. Perfect. Molto bene. Maybe we can imagine like an elevator here. Are there any elevator props? Oh, it's not what I wanted. But this is really taking form. Let's see. Elevator. Kind of. I'll have to look into how to make this look acceptable. I don't like that it's clipping into the wall like that. Anything better, maybe? I don't even see anything there. Cart, maybe? Not this kind, but like... rail. This is the last thing I'd try, and then I'll probably just like put a temporary prop there. Oh, not this kind of rail, no. I guess it's okay for now. It's no draw. Get one of these. And preferably not that tall. You know. This would be fine if this turned the other direction, but props do not flip, so I might just clip it on the wall for now and change it later to something not disgusting. Let's find a wood texture. Sure. And this will be the spawn room. You can go ahead and say this is Team Red. No flags or anything. Okay. That will suffice for now. And let's just make sure all the displacements and stuff stay there. I might have to turn... Oh, that portal flow. Oof. How many portals did I use? 64. Bruh. So, yeah, this looks bad, but we'll fix it later. This is pretty much just a placeholder. Wrong, but I'll deal with it for now. Also wrong. Very wrong, actually. And I will have to sort of smooth this. But, yeah. This is sort of the basic layout. And this is where the central point will be. And we can test the other route. So go ahead and like time this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would be 10 seconds to get out of that. And that's where we'll put the door. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's about the same, which is good. That is what we're going for. And we can maybe change around some of the locations for like where things might go. Or, yeah, well, we'll work it out. So at this point, what do we need to do now? Like, what's necessary to do? I'm not sure. I think that's basically it for the block out. At this point, it's probably just detailing. And I guess making sure the map works, of course.
No. Sentry ahead.
This might need adjusting. Does it look like that in Hammer? Because I swear it doesn't. No. It does not look like that in Hammer. What if I turn... Oh, please do not do that. Okay, what if I turn all of these into displacements? What then? Let's try that out really fast. $767 num portals. Fuck me. Oh, I probably should be turning some of this into like detail props, huh? Maybe. I'll think about it.
Little help.
It's just me or... Oh, that's correct. Oh, no, it's not. I am wrong. Okay, good to see that's still incorrect. I think what we're gonna have to do here is just make all of these the same Z height and then just raise them up later. So... go ahead and take all those. And we'll just... What are you doing? How are you failing at this? It's like... there's only 2 dots. Can you at least select the thing? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. No? Maybe? Maybe. That's fine. Fine. Merge the vertices. I don't even care. I didn't want them there anyway. I can't be doing this correctly. Some of these are gonna need remaking, yeah. Looks like it's just those 2, though. Depends. We don't necessarily need to put the ammo on it immediately. Also, are you sure you don't want to go a little longer, maybe? Or we could take a break and pick it up later. Yeah, sure. Create, and we'll just start raising stuff. Here we go. That might not even be a big enough radius. If I get a playable, I mean, do you want to play on it immediately? 'Cause it'll look like shit. Go ahead and smoth that a bit. I mean, I can make it playable. That's probably a good idea, honestly, is so we know if it plays good. Oh, I forgot to push it in farther. Actually, this is a good opportunity. I'm glad I didn't, because what I want to do here is yeah, we can stick it out that far and do that, and then create. Go ahead and sew those, and then paint geometry, and raise to, like, I don't know, something big. And it's not even enough. Look at that. Alright. We'll set this back down to like this amount. Make sure those are still sewn. Yes. And we'll have to push this in a bit, which might ruin the displacement that I literally just made. No. Surprisingly, no. Let's go ahead and smoth this. Make it nice and smooth. And we'll just raise it. Set this to like 1. And we actually are going to want this to like kind of clip in. And lastly, we'll take this. Ahem. Thank you. Just stick it in there. And that should be good. And later we can just kind of push stuff around. Make it fit all that. Let's make sure this is okay, too big of a radius. A little too big there. And we'll have to smooth this and raise lower. And that's a bit extreme. We can probably lower this part since it's so... I think that's good. think. This also looks like way better than this part here, which is, bruh. Maybe we can move this in a bit and just be like, oh, you totally can't go in there. Lol. My decision is to push that, push this, and we'll just texture that, and we'll have to move this out of the way, but that should be pretty easy, actually. Paint geometry, Z-axis? No, we want that, and just like, boom. Oh, no, that's not quite what we want, actually. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Oh, I see clipping. I see clipping. There we go. We might just cheat and, like, put a barrel there or something. I don't know. Barrel. Good enough. Big brain moments of history. And it's not even touching the floor. Oh, they can see it from that angle. Let's just put it up against the wall. Kind of stupid, but whatever. Okay. Nice. Go in game, make sure it's beautiful. Make sure everything beautiful.
Need a dispenser here.
I don't like waiting for the thing to be like, oh, you're allowed to move now. It's a bit lumpy. And I detect hole, which is never okay. That looks ugly. This is a decent transition. I like it. It's like... we'll probably have to smooth a lot of this out. Oh, and I didn't even subdivide it, did I? Bruh. Maybe we do that next. I kind of want the side of this hill to be built. I might put like a room along this side of this. We'll see. I kind of wish I did this for this, so it's not just like a cylinder, but whatever. Alright. Now what we must do is take all these and do that, and then go to destroy, and then without selecting the ones above it, we select all this and move it up, and then do that, and then take the sides of all these and turn those into displacement. And now we just have to sew them. So we take those, we take all these, and we press the sew button, and it doesn't work. Very cool. So, what's the deal? Why have you... Oh, it's because I stretched them again. Yeah, that's right. No stretching. Also, I guess they're misaligned for some reason. Not even sure if stretching was the issue, but I'm just going to do it this way to be on the safe side. And thank you, very cool. Let's go. Alright. Pull down. Boom. Selecting all these. Create. Power of 3. Select all of these. So. Subdivide. Bit stretched there, but fixable. That is not okay. Whatever this is, not okay. But the rest of this we can fix. Should we subdivide? I kind of don't want to. Let's see how far I can get without doing that. Raise lower, and thankfully we only have to work in the Z-axis here. That's not going to be fast enough, sorry. Okay, this is working. This is working. That's a bit distorted. I see. Yes. Except no, you're not allowed to do that. Okay. Material. So for all these sides, I want them to be something like that. And so obviously, and then don't know what that vertice is doing. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'm dumb. Just want these to be not so hideous. I think we have to go kind of light on it, because otherwise it will destroy the universe. Too much. Too much. Too little. There we go. I may have neglected to put one here. Bruh. I'm just going to smooth out this bit here too, because it's a little nasty. But then we should be okay for now. So go here, paint, smooth. These edges might need some pushing in, but it's okay for now. I think the time has come to make a new version. Let's go save that. Oh no, I forgot to compile. Later on, so this displacement here is covering someone's under it, so it might be a good idea to like delete some of this later. And I detect seam, even though they appear to be the same. Whatever. I already did that. So go. Alright, I guess we can start adding some gameplay elements.
Need a dispenser here.
I am not a bloomer. Please. I do not wish.
Play ball.
So it's pretty lumpy right now. A little bit of lumpy is okay. Just, it has to be well done lumpy. That doesn't look good. But this is... Okay, it's very clearly sort of pushed up there. What? I need to check that out. Okay, not cool. Alright. Bit ugly. This obviously needs to be pushed out. And I think the corners could be rounded off. Oh, and that's obviously going to be an issue if it's just in the way like that. But so I think I'll just push that to the side and fix that, and maybe this part can be pushed in to this rock, if that makes sense. So from about here in, it'll kind of go inward. So I'll fix that really quickly, and then we can start like mirroring and adding stuff to this room. And yeah. I also did say I wanted a waterfall here, and I stand behind that. We can go ahead and do that now, actually. Alt-Enter to open. Waterfall. This is meant to be a reservoir, so I think it's just coming out from under. I guess it would run out eventually, but these are the questions you should be asking. I think these literally just depend on like location. Also, we're gonna have to turn this into a prop dynamic because it's animated. Go ahead and rotate that around. And I wish that it would just put the origin somewhere. Like that. If it were leaking from the water tower, maybe do that sort of thing, like be around there. And I could run like a hole through this so that it's like the water has been... I was thinking putting it under here though, so like that. And pro tip, if you hold Alt, you can sort of free rotate this. Yeah. So I was thinking of putting a sewer hole here, and then it leads right down here, and you can walk out this way. Maybe. I will think about it. Probably gonna do it. Kind of want to see how that look in game. I mean, I know it's clipping into the floor, but I want to make sure the bottom kind of fades away instead of just ending, because that'll look horrible. You know, before I go like carving stuff. Yeah, it just kind of ends. Which is very bad. I know the shadows are like clipping in, but I don't know. I'm not sure how to make this look good. We also don't have to do it at all. So what I would have done is there's gonna be another staircase up here, and then you can get onto this area, which is like a balcony, and then you can get down, and then there will also be a door here, and the alternative is there's a sewer path down this way, which leads out this way, and you can't get back up that way. You can only get out, and maybe there will be like some planks overhead here that you can walk across. Maybe. What are your thoughts? Should I do this, yes or no? I think I could. The only thing that bothers me is this. I don't like how it just ends. But we could probably find a way around that. Maybe we could like put some props in the way, like some rocks or some bushes. Or we could just like put another waterfall maybe. The other thing I'm worried about is running water. Because obviously if we land in here and it's like a sewer, and there's going to be like a hole here, an arch sort of that goes in and under. How would I do that? So maybe, plus my other idea was to put a circular sort of reservoir here, hence the name, and maybe if you fall in, you get like sucked in or something and die. I don't know. I think about... Wow. That is a lot of power that is getting consumed. I think I'm gonna try and do it, yeah. It wouldn't be too hard to just cut another hole in all of these, and there kinda already is one. Like I could just delete this, and maybe turn this rock face in and maybe put that upside down and have a sewer grate here. Here, I want to see the door I would be using. Sewer. I think I picked the exact right prop for this. Which is nice. It would be more in the corner here, though. Because there would be a staircase. Maybe. But I kind of want to go for arena, because, well, I mean, I guess there is payload race and randomizer, but this, maybe. I might increase the width of this room. This was a joke, but do it anyway. I think I'm just gonna stick with arena TBH. 1, 2. 1, 2. Please stop power flickering. It's worrying me. Thank you. This has been my complaint. Complaints with me. I want to make sure that this is like an appropriately sized room. I feel like it is. Shouldn't you save? I have been saving. I've been saving many times. This is not my first rodeo, my friend. Go away, fly. No one likes you. 2, 1, 2. So this is sort of the width across. If I duplicate it. Actually, yeah, okay. So it is the correct sort of distance. We can adjust the actual proportions of this later. I kind of just want to make the hole. And as for this part, we're going to just make hollow 8. And, yeah. No, I want to keep that. And, is this the wrong thickness? I feel like I have made this the incorrect thickness because the ones over here are like double. So I might just undo and actually no, I shouldn't be making hollow at all. big stupid. There we go. Instead, what I should be doing is this. My friend, you cannot do this. Uncool. Very cool. I don't like the height though. Man, how many times can you get it wrong, game? It's like I have to find the exact angle. Ugh. Or you could just not fuck me over in the first place. Wouldn't that be cool? Why have you done this? Just put it back. No. Definitely not. What the fuck is wrong with you, game? That was absolutely retarded. Oh my god. Are you for real? Oh, this is so annoying. Why can't the angle just be correct? Why does it have to be, like, off? That's infuriating. do not want to put up with it. I have half the nerve to just go through this and fix it all right now. Fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Why? Why is it doing this to me? I did not ask for this. You know, I don't even know if this is like the correct height. I should actually check by doing steps right now. I'll do steps right now and we'll just find out together. Start with a block like this, which is obviously way too high. Like, why would you do that? Why would you even think about doing that? I think a step is 16, I think. And then we just start shearing. Now I don't know if it's 8 or 16. I guess we could shrink this and find out. But either way, it's not looking good for me. We'll sort of do a test run. I'll just select all of these, group them for now, get a dev texture of some sort, and I will do 6 in-game and I will do 18 in-game, and we will find out together, because this has always bothered me, this staircase I've built. I've always thought it looked bad. We can actually hide that. We could try 12 as well. There's, you know. Let's try 12, like, over here. So 64 times 1.5. This is, it's math time, ladies and gentlemen. 96, that's right. I knew that. Why? Whatever. This is probably the most likely candidate we have. Is, if we go by this many. So, don't know what this is just doing here, sort of floating in the void. But I don't like it. Alright, quick test in game. These compile times are getting very gay very quickly. I really hope I don't have to like change where the hole is.
Need a dispenser here.
That will annoy me.
Eat my dust.
This looks too shallow, which I kind of suspected. This looks okay. That actually looks too tall. I think this is the one I'm gonna go with, is 12 high. Tell me if you agree. Which one is the best? I like 12 high the most. It's a little hard to tell.
Play ball.
But it looks the most natural. This would be fine somewhere else. Like, the height isn't ugly or anything. It's just, in this instance, I don't... yeah. Plus, we would have to adjust the angle the least if we used 12 high. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. Yes, I am glad you agree. Can you click on Steppy? Click on the Steppy. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and no draw these again. Because, as you saw at some point, these are... like, it textured the bottom and the sides, technically. So, even though this has, what, 5 faces, we're only going to see 2 of them. So it's a massive waste of resources to, I don't know. But yeah, it would be a massive waste of, like, resources to texture all that, so that's why we use no draw. It's to prevent disgusting. That's not too bad. So... I don't want to get rid of this amount of stairs, and already I can feel my OCD kicking in. I mean, it's not actually OCD, but you get the point. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're gonna have to fix all of this just for the staircase. But it's fine. It is worth it. Actually, which is better? If let's go ahead and select all this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Is it better to... Actually, I think the answer is yes. That's 12 high, is it? Yeah, okay. This is the height we want, which is a little unfortunate, but this is how it must be. We'll leave those no draw for now. We can fix all this later. And I know this is the part that peeks outward, but it bothers me now, so it's getting fixed now. And I'm just gonna, like... These parts are gonna need adjusting. Pretty badly, actually. It should be so. That is not flush, which upset me. This is the bottom here? Okay. I'm just gonna carve into this one. It seems a little easier. Sorry. Anyway. So the bottom here, they are flush, so this is too high. I think floors are a bit larger than walls. That's the justification I'm going to use. Is this taller? It is, isn't it? God damn it. I see the reason I'm doing it here is because it ends at this line here, this texture line. So it's like correct, so to speak. But it's a bit taller here, which is really, really gay. So I don't know what the answer is. Maybe I could just leave it. It's not, you know, perfect at all, but okay, not 95, or not 45, and then a bunch of slashes, actually. Oh man, you suck at this. I'm not sure I want that wood texture though, it's very ugly. That's more of a wall texture than a stair texture. That could work. And right now they're kind of like all in a line, which is bad. I actually don't like that much, but you know, we can fix things like textures later. I also forgot to move this up. So I guess I'll just die. Two, 1, 2. Well, at least it's like the correct... At least it's all correct now. I can handle a tiny little extra up step more than I can handle a weird ass angle, which makes me want to vomit and then die. We're gonna have to delete this though. Yes. And I want to put this under the stairs and like over the roof and all that. So this is why the vertex tool is so valuable. And I just want to fix the bottoms, and whatever. No. Wait, what vertices? Oh, no, I don't want to merge those. Are you telling me that this is... Oh yeah, they're not... Yeah, that's right. They're not the correct height. I'm gonna make sure these are all snapped to the grid. Because if they aren't, I will throw a big fit. And I will cry and poop my pants on stream. What? Oh, wait. No. Oh yeah, that's right. The bottom ones are down. Okay. Almost done with fixing the stairs. Now I'm dying to know if this is the right height or not. And okay, this should be 192. 192. And from the tip of that bottom to tip of this top should be 448 divided by, I don't know, 12? No. 448 divided by 128. It's 3.5, so yeah, it is a good height. I have determined it with math. So that means this piece must go down. Because, yes. Alright. We have done it. Oh, and before I forget, oh man, I haven't been doing this, but at every step of the map you should be thinking about optimization. So we're going to start right now by turning this into a function detail. What a detail is I think I already explained this a little bit, but basically when vviz, which is, there are three processes that have to be like calculated. There's BSP, viz, and rad. When BSP generates a bunch of things called viz leaves, and viz determines their connection. Basically, the more viz leaves you have, the slower the compile time will be. But theoretically, the better the map will run. So anything that might split a viz leaf should become a detail. I'm not explaining it very well, but basically, yeah. Also, this is something I've seen real maps do. They'll take something like this and go player, clip, do that, and hit apply. And basically this is so you don't feel the stuttering from like walking up and down steps. I think that's... It is not. It is not correct. I have been fooled. There we go. And we'll just cut off the bottom. Perfect. So this is something I would probably do last. But this is so we won't feel the bumpiness. I can probably show you what I mean. So like, you notice how when I move up a stair, it'll like immediately bounce up. It's not smooth at all, and you kind of don't really notice. But if I go ahead and compile this, and this is Reservoir 5. No, I do not want to open Vegas. Go away. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. I said be gone. Alright, now that we're in game... no, that's correct. And, yeah, alright.
Let's get 'em.
Much smoother. Try looking at, like, real maps. They'll probably do this. And yeah, it does go up a little bit extra there. Wait a sec. Oh, no. This is... Okay, I am going to do... that. Yeah. Not too happy about my life decisions right now, but whatever. I can put up with this a lot more than I can put up with this. So, yeah. Anyway, one big step. If it's really an issue, I can always, like... I mean, I highly doubt anyone will notice or care. But I can always cut into this by, like, 4 and have a tiny little step right there if it's an issue. Alright, now we just fix this one, and it should be a lot easier. Yeah. Sometimes in map making, you have to make trade-offs. There will be tiny things that will bother the fuck out of you, but players won't care about. Like, you probably didn't even notice or care that this was, like... It didn't really align with anything, but it's bothering the hell out of me right now, so... Against my better judgment...